Perik Arba Mises Bezdin, Daf Nun Ches, sponsored the Refuah Shlema for Shlomo Chaim ben Chaim. Rabbi Meir holds, for any erva a Jew is executed, a Gentile is prohibited. The Rabbanan hold all the arayos prohibited to a Jew are prohibited to a Gentile. Biblically, a convert is a tinok shenolad, like a newborn child, not related to any of his Gentile relatives, even if they convert along with him. The Torah permits him to marry any of them. The Rabbanan, however, permitted anyone prohibited to him when he was a Gentile, so he does not conclude his former life was more sacred. Therefore, maternal relative such as a half-sister, his father's maternal half-sister, his mother's maternal half-sister, are prohibited. The source, Avinu Avinu justified Avimelech, referring to Sarah as his sister, stating, "V'gam omno achosi bas avihi, achlo bas imi," meaning had she been his maternal sister, he would not have married her. A paternal sister of his mother. Although a Gentile is permitted to marry such a sister, Rabbi Meir holds he must divorce her, so he does not confuse her with a maternal relative. The Rabbanan permitted it, not concerned for the possibility of confusion. Lichatchila, all the women permitted to him. After he converts, he should not marry. He may be confused with a born Jew because he was born Jewish, but b'diavad they are valid. Number one, a convert is permitted to his sister-in-law. Number two, a convert is permitted to his aunt, the wife of his father's brother. Three, a convert is permitted to an erva through marriage, such as a father's wife. These are permitted to a Gentile. Number four, a convert who was married as a Gentile to a mother and daughter may stay married to one after he converts. He may marry the other after the death of the first. He cannot remain with both, not to marry a Jewish mother and daughter. A question. Rabbi Meir's opinion in this brisa contradicts Rabbi Meir's opinion in the brisa on Nun Zayin Amud Beis. There he states, for any erva, a Jew is executed, a Gentile is prohibited. A son who violates his father's wife is executed. However, Rabbi Meir permits her in this brisa. The answer. Rabbi Meir was a student of Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Akiva. He stated both their opinions, one in each brisa. The verse, Bereshis Perek Beis, Pasuk Chav Daled, Al Ken Yazav Ish Esavi Vesimo, V'davak B'ishto V'hayilu Basar Echad. V'davak teaches a Gentile is prohibited homosexuality. B'ishto teaches a Gentile is prohibited adultery. V'hayilu Basar Echad teaches a Gentile is prohibited bestiality. Rabbi Eliezer explains, Aviv prohibiting his father's sister. It cannot refer to his father. The Davak prohibits homosexuality. The Ishto prohibits his father's wife. It cannot refer to the father's wife after his death, since Imo, to be consistent with Aviv, must be her sister, not an erva resulting from marriage. His mother is learned from the Ishto prohibiting adultery. It cannot prohibit her after his father's death, because it must be like Aviv, a reference to his sister. In conclusion, the verse prohibits blood relatives. A Jew's liability is not execution. Rabbi Akiva, on the other hand, explains Aviv as his father's wife, his mother, literally. It cannot refer to his father. Dava prohibits homosexuality. Although Be'ishto prohibits adultery, his father's wife, this additional teaching extends the prohibition to after his father's death. Ima refers to his violated biological mother, who was not married. These arayos for us are punished by Mises Bezdin, Rabbi Meir of the first brisa. Explanation of dispute. Rabbi Eliezer holds Aviv and Imo must be parallel cases, both referring to sisters. Rabbi Akiva's explanation is not parallel. He prefers his father's wife referred to as an erva, rather than his sister who is referred to as his relative. The Gemara established, Rabbi Akiva holds, a Gentile can marry his sister, since for us she is a chayvi krisis. A challenge. Avram defended Avimelech that Sarah was his sister by claiming she was his paternal sister. Had she been his maternal sister, he would not have married her. Rejection. She was his niece. He referred to her as a sister in the same way grandchildren are referred to as children. When he stated she was his paternal sister, he was merely stating the facts, not the reason he married her. A challenge. The verse states, Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Cain married his sister only to populate the world. If not for that reason, she would have been prohibited. The answer, once she was permitted, the head to marry a sister extended to all Gentiles. The Gemara brings two versions of Rav Huna whether a Gentile is permitted to marry his daughter. A Canaanite slave can marry a mother and daughter. He is no longer related to them. There is no concern he will disparage Judaism as a more lenient religion than his former life, because as a slave he is not a full-fledged Jew. A Gentile designated a maidservant for his slave to cohabit with her is theft from when the neighbors acknowledge their relationship until she is seen in the market with her hair uncovered. She is no longer bound to the slave. If you're enjoying Daf 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.